Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, where everything you're about to hear and see has been done in one take. I'm your host, the One Take Man. I am here at either.io, better known as the website that brought us Would You Rather. I played a little bit of Would You Rather back when it was very popular online for about two months or a few weeks in 2018, so like what, 3 years ago I guess? And now I decided I'll come back. Why? I don't know. I just had a brain fart, started and decided to revisit it. I imagine now only the really hardcore people are still here and commenting on everyone's answers and maybe even still submitting questions and going through this. And and yeah, that is the general trend of pretty much everything on the internet. Something comes up, becomes very popular for a while, and then everyone leaves it aside from the people who are like, no, I don't want to leave this. I think there is more to this than that. And so they decide to stay. And now I have to ask, what do the most committed of the Would You Rather enthusiasts create? What did they bring to their website? Well, let's see. First question, would you rather be Matt Damon or be Ben Affleck? Are we talking about Matt Damon or Ben Affleck now or throughout their entire career? Either way, I kind of have to say Matt Damon. And, okay, only 35% are wrong. Moving on. Would you rather have 17 testicles or have one testicle the size of a coconut? There it is. That is the typical would you rather weirdness I was expecting. And to be honest, I think. So let's see. Do I have the literal male equivalent of a nest, or do I have an extremely high risk of cancer? Well, truth be told, I'd have a high risk of cancer this way as well. So yeah, difficult to say. Well, as long as those testicles aren't one-sided, I think I'd be fine with 17. So yeah, 51% are wrong. Sorry. Would you rather be forced to watch TV all the time or not watch TV at all? Do live streams count? Does YouTube count? Because it's still you're seeing something from far away. It's still television in that particular sense. So also, what about things that were initially broadcast on TV but are now available online? Do those count? I don't know, and you're not telling me. No, I don't watch TV anyway, except for Netflix. This guy, the villain, says. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, due to this little technicality, I'm gonna say not watch TV at all. And most people agree with me. Nice to know. Would you rather live in a library where books are your only free form of entertainment, or live in a prison cell where you have access to any channel on TV? So, which extreme of which extreme of pandemic living would you rather see yourself? Do you see yourself in? Which one do you prefer? Books and bars. Okay, that's a good name actually. Anyway, what do you eat? And like, do you have windows? Do you have a view? Do you? I need to know. But if I were to, but if I had to pick, I would say, do I have a library in the prison, or in a prison cell? Do I have internet? You're not telling me, so for that reason, I'll just assume the worst and go books. Okay. Would you rather be killed by Jason from Friday the 13th or be killed by Ghostface from Scream? So would I rather be killed by an idiot in a mask or a monster undead zombie? Yeah, I'd rather die by Jason. A machete is cooler than a knife. So yeah, I'd rather get taken out by that. Okay, next. Would you rather fight 3 bulls at the same time or fight 10 bulls one at a time? Uh, And are we talking Matador? Do I get like swords for each of them, or do I just go barehanded against all of them and have to force them to, like, I don't know, bump each other's heads or something? If I had to say, if I had to take one or the other, I would say I'm probably gonna die anyway. Uh, so let's go to one that makes it quick. For no reason, but I just think, yeah, just think that would make it. I think that would be simpler to handle. Would you rather be an antisocial genius, so nothing changes, or be popular but unintelligent? And we got uh, description here. Being antisocial includes cutting yourself, talking to yourself, and experimenting on your body. People will know about this because you do it in public. If you're popular, then people will always ring you, talk to you, and pay attention to you. You're always on people's minds. Hmm. Whoever wrote that, okay, protection. You really should look at it. You really should get some better spelling skills. Like, seriously, anti-SoCal and also genuis. What the? Anyway, I'd rather not. I'd rather not do this. I'd rather. Okay, this. What is this sentence supposed to be? So I'm always doing everything that makes me seem weird in public. Hmm. Also sorry to people who have body arm issues. I really should have. Um. Overall, I still go with this, and a lot of people agree. Looks like I'm picking all the popular ones for now. Would you rather work at the FBI, work at the CIA? Hmm. The CIA. I like having the bigger overview. FBI doesn't really allow that. Well, it does allow it within the U.S., but I'm not interested in only the U.S. Would you rather be illiterate or take everything literally? Hmm. Well, I'm already kind of clueless with metaphors, so yeah. Would you rather adopt Pusheen, adopt uh, Nyan Cat? Pusheen. I think she's fluffy. I think cuddling would be fun. Mm-hmm. Would you rather watch your favorite movie on repeat for a full day or watch Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist once? I never seen Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, and therefore I don't know if I will enjoy it or not. But I know that for at least a while I will enjoy watching my favorite movie on repeat, so I'm going with that. And no, I won't say what my favorite movie is, because fuck you. Would you rather be in jail for a year or live in complete isolation in the mountains for a year? Well, if you're in the mountains, you at least get to do shit. You get to, I don't know, run around, collect berries, cut some trees or something. Whereas in jail, what do you do? Walk from your room to through some hallway to some rec room or some mess hall, and then that's it, and then back. No, thank you. I'd rather live in the mountains, and apparently most people agree. Okay, there is the small question of whether or not I get I get sick or hurt or something. This might fuck me over, but at least I'd be fucked over in the mountains instead of in a freaking jail. So yeah. Would you rather watch an uninterrupted WNBA doubleheader or listen to an entire Nickelback CD in one sitting? Uh, okay, 673,000 of you are fucking wrong. Like, seriously, how good is it to watch two women's basketball matches? Like, is that really that much of a problem? Are you? Ugh. I'm not gonna stand here and analyze you. Would you rather have the complete box set of Dexter? I was talking about analyzing people, or have the complete box set of Breaking Bad? Breaking Bad is good from beginning to end. Dexter gets bad about after the halfway point. So yeah, I'm going with. I'm being chattel and going with the flow here. Chattel or cattle? What would be correct? Never mind. If you had to destroy a form of writing, would you rather have all non-fiction writing up till present destroyed, or have all fiction writing up till present be destroyed? Why did you give me this option? Okay. Clarification. All the text of one section would be destroyed permanently, however text in the destroyed section would continue to be kept after today. Wait, what? Wait, what? Okay, this doesn't really make any sense. But if I had to choose one, after today. So anything that gets created after the point I destroy it would still exist. Okay, good. I think I would go with I'll go destroying fiction because nonfiction includes stuff like science, and regardless of whatever you may think about certain pieces of science, having having nonfiction be preserved is a bit more valuable than preserving fiction. And this hurts me to say as a fiction author, but yeah, this is what I have to go with. You're stuck? Okay, you're not. Would you rather be the best known person in a small band that under 200 people know, or be some guy on the sidelines of your favorite band? Some guy on the sidelines. At least I can monetize that somehow. Okay, next up. Would you rather buy a PS4 or an Xbox One? Well, this question is showing its age. Skip it. I don't care. I don't care either way. If you were one of the Winchester brothers, would you rather be Sam or be Dean? Sam is the older one, right? I'm gonna stick with Sam. Yeah. I wonder if the discrepancy here changed after Castiel became canon. No, not Castiel. What was it? Destiel. Destiel was the ship name. Okay. Did more people want to be Dean? I imagine a lot of people would want to fuck Misha Collins. But would they be Dean in order to fuck Misha Collins? Whatever. Would you rather be able to talk to read minds but you get a really bad headache after you use it, or be able to fly but you're afraid of heights? Uh, well, you can get over your fear of heights because after all, you can fly. There's no more danger to you. After a while, you should be able to, or at least I think I would be able to kind of rationalize it away. But seriously, reading minds, even on its own, reading minds is not that good of a power. If I also get headaches afterwards, yeah, no. So be able to fly. Okay, slim margin, but I still picked up the variable. Would you rather steal an elderly woman's purse? Fuck knows what she has there. Or tell 10 orphans that Christmas is cancelled. Oh. Oh. And what would it... Oh, can't talk anymore. What does this text actually say? Christmas would be actually cancelled. You wouldn't be able to give the purse back either. Fine. Cancel Christmas one year. See if I care. Whoa! Some people are... Okay. This is interesting. Some people care more about keeping orphans happy than about old people. Oh well. Moving along. Would you rather have your blood sucked by a vampire, all of it, or have your brain eaten by a zombie? Again, all of it? Let's see. Both choices lead to the same state. You turn into a zombie slash vampire, or you die. Being a vampire is cooler than a zombie. Sorry. Sorry, but it's the truth. And I think it would be more pleasurable to get your blood sucked. I'm not a hemophiliac, but yeah, I think this would be more fun, if barely. Would you rather get $100 today or get $1 a day for 200 days? Well, I end up with more money. Okay, dollars do depreciate over time, but they're not going to depreciate that much, so I'm going to go with this. Okay, lots of people have common sense. There's hope. There's hope in humanity still. Anyway, would you rather sport a keychain nipple ring? Why would you do that? Or have a wardrobe that is made up that is okay. Screw up here. That is made up of outfits worn by Scooby-Doo characters. This. It's funnier. Consider Fred's neckerchief. Is that how you call it? Okay. And unlocking your car door. Oh. Okay. You don't need it on your nipple though. Come on. Let's be real. Next up, come on. Would you rather be wanted, be needed? Wanted. Uh, anyway, would you rather lose the ability to feel emotions or be physically paralyzed? Like paralyzed from the chest down, from the neck down, full, partial. What are we talking about here? Also, lose the ability to feel emotions. All emotions or just some of them? I don't know. I'd rather this. Like, emotions are still to some extent necessary, so I'd kind of still want to feel them. Anyway, moving on. Would you rather bring back someone you love who died? Not really. Or bring back someone famous who died? Uh, this depends. There is a question of who, but then again, but I think it would be worth it. Also, this could be useful for stuff like historical research, you know. And let's see for how long I've been filming. Well, 17 minutes. I don't know. I guess five more should suffice. Would you rather eat a Big Mac every 6 hours? I need my 8 hours of beauty sleep, so maybe not. Or eat an exquisite meal once every 4 days, and that's it. So I'd basically be on starvation all the time. What about drinking? For each situation, you are able to digest the food just fine. You don't vomit from eating too much, etc. You suffer from the health problems brought about by your diet, but you can't die from those problems. Um, how large a meal are we talking about? Also, once every 4 days. But for how long do I eat it? Like it does say that I'll digest it just fine, but how long does ingestion last? Like, can I just like can the meal take place over like a whole day? I hope so, because this is what I'm going with. I have issues with McDonald's. I'm not going to get into that now. And next up, would you rather go back in time and correct the single biggest mistake of your life? Tempting. Or go way back in time and come up with the Pythagorean theorem before Pythagoras, so you can have an equation named after you. Why the Pythagorean theorem? Like, seriously, why not have any other mathematical equation? Is it because it's the most famous? I mean, think about it. You could have, instead of Euclid naming the geometry we always use, you could name geometry that is in general use after yourself. That sounds somewhat more that sounds somewhat more alpha than just one equation. But overall, I have to say, oh, it's because it's easier to remember. Is it because of that? Anyway, I'm gonna go with this. For both options, you will immediately be sent back to the present after your actions. No double dipping. Yeah. Also, this thing can cause a whole slew of other cascading effects. You do not know what you'll end up with. Whereas this has you're already on some pretty well well established grounds. You wouldn't be messing with history too much. So this is a preferable one. And the fact that 850,000 people don't get that, it's annoying. Anyway, would you rather stay in school for the next 30 years? Nope. Leave school after second grade. Uh, also, when you say stay in school, does that mean elementary, high school? Does the university level education count? it's still schooling to some extent. It's still, it's still education. Would you get to work on the side, or do you just hear the same thing over and over and over again? Like, how does that work? Also, leaving school after second grade. So, do I get a job at the age of 9, and then just live my life that way? What kind of job could a 9-year-old even get? Um, so yeah, this is an interesting question actually. Overall, just because it makes me curious, I'm gonna choose this. Well, this was close. Anyway, would you rather watch Are You Afraid of the Dark or read Goosebumps? Read Goosebumps. I think it'll be a bit more creative than Are You Afraid of the Dark. With all due respect. Next up, we got Would you rather constantly stumble when walking or constantly stutter when speaking? These should be T's, not D's, but whatever. Stumbling stutters. Is this a point? Zach Dunn, did you really write it this way for the point? Also, I already stutter a lot, so would I rather constantly stumble? No. I'm a writer. As long as I can write well, speaking doesn't matter too much. Okay, and the last one, I think, because all this double clicking is starting to be annoying. Would you rather be a professional taser testee, one for the mass kids out there, or be a professional beanbag gun testee? Uh, and as Brian so eloquently puts it, bruises or constant electrocution? Well, the thing about constant electrocution is that it takes its toll on you. It slowly cooks you from the inside. And yeah, this is something you learn about at every health and safety briefing within my field of work. Eventually that's the kind of thing that happens to your body. Your cells start to get charged and clump up, and you end up with blood clots and a whole slew of other negative consequences. Whereas beanbag gun testee, you get shot a bunch of times, you get some bruises. Oh well, bruises are something your body can handle somewhat better than electrocution. So beanbag gun it is. And I'm pleased to see that most people see the common sense here. And yeah, that has been it. Don't get me wrong, it was fun, but I think after this point it'll be kind of boring for you. So I would like to say thank you very much for all your attention, regardless of whether or not you only watched 5 minutes or the whole thing. If you enjoyed this video, then please leave a like and maybe share it wherever you think others will also enjoy it. Or maybe you didn't like it, in which case you don't have to leave a like, but I would still like a share. Well, share it wherever. I don't care. Even somewhere where it'll be hated. It's fine by me. If you have any other questions you'd like to ask of me, the comment section awaits your input. And if you want to see when my next video comes out for whatever reason, then please go ahead and subscribe. Ideally, also ring the bell or do whatever else YouTube will ask of you in order to keep you notified. Until next time, I have been the One Take Man.